Welcome to Lebanon City Council. It is December 9th, 2025. Mr. Burke, please call the roll.
Mayor Messer.
Here.
Vice Mayor Norris.
Here.
Mr. Sellers.
Here.
Mrs. Harper. Mr. Lamoureux.
Here.
Mrs. Eggers.
Here.
Mr. Cope.
Here. Motion to excuse Mrs. Harper.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you. Please join me for the invocation and the pledge.
Will you please stand by your heads? Heavenly Father, we thank you for this moment that we can come together and do the business of the city. We ask for your divine wisdom as we make decisions for the betterment of everyone that lives here. And it's in your Son's name that I pray. And I also thank you for the season that's coming up. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Cope with the hard snap there. Caught me on that side.
Pause of thank you.
Pause of thank you. Looking at consideration of council meeting minutes, November 12th, 2025. Do I have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments? Please call the roll.
Mr. Cope.
Yes.
Mrs. Eggers.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Norris.
Yes.
Mr. Sellers.
Yes.
Mayor Messer.
Yes.
Mr. Lamoureux.
Abstain. Looking at the consideration of work session minutes November 5th, they are at your desk. Do I have a motion to adopt these?
So moved.
Second. Any comments or questions? Please call the roll.
Mr. Cope.
Yes.
Mrs. Eggers.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Norris.
Yes.
Mr. Sellers.
Yes.
Mayor Messer.
Yes.
Mr. Lamoureux.
Yes. Looking at previous business, ordinance number 2025-116.
Ordinance number 2025-116, approving the rezoning of the Ray Rock property from rural residential to residential planned unit development, or PUD, is recommended by the Planning Commission.
This ordinance approves the rezoning of the 313-acre Ray Rock property from rural residential to residential planned unit development, PUD, to support the development concept plan that's been proposed for the property.
A motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments? Please call the roll.
Mr. Sellers.
Yes.
Mr. Cope.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Norris.
Yes.
Mrs. Eggers.
No.
Mr. Lamoureux.
Yes.
Mayor Messer.
Yes. Thank you guys for your work on that project, and look forward to working with you guys in the future.
Great. Thank you.
Absolutely. New business, ordinance number 2025-121.
Ordinance number 2025-121, approving a contract with Eagle Bridge Company in the amount of $1,862,000. I'm sorry, $1,862,930 for the replacement of Railroad Bridge 2.10 and declaring an emergency.
This ordinance approves a contract with Eagle Bridge Company for the replacement of the Lebanon-owned railroad bridge to support continued operations of the L&M excursion rail operation per our existing rail usage agreement. I did get some updated numbers from L&M. They have sold year-to-date 40,000 tickets, and 25,000 of that is just from their North Pole Express event that's going on right now. So,
That's awesome.
Wow.
so yeah, their business is strong according to
What,
them.
what, how many?
25,000 for the North Pole Express and 40,000
40, okay.
Throughout the season to date.
Good for them.
Yep.
So are they on track to break their?
I think that sounds very consistent to their numbers last year.
Okay.
So, he described it as strong, and I think it's pretty similar to what we saw from them last year.
Yeah.
Scott, are they open every weekend, or how often, like, not Christmas time, but like during the summer and spring?
They take some periodic breaks, but typically they're running most weekends. They do shut down from January through kind of mid to late March, so they're completely shut down during that time period. But then usually starting, with their Easter rides, not every weekend, but most weekends they're running.
I know they've been pretty, they don't come back to us and ask a whole lot, you know, they operate pretty independently, and rightly so, right? We don't want to be in the business of running a train. But I am curious, maybe in a work session, we coordinate with them about, could there be something more? I was just thinking of that as I was driving through this weekend, seeing all the people around, and, you know, could there be more? I mean, it was packed, like, you know, so there was a lot of people out and high energy and stuff, but, and I don't know what that means, but it's certainly just a gem to the city that, you know, it's kind of like the same conversation we had with the horse show and carriage parade. What can we do to make it more, make it better? So, for the future.
Yeah, we are working with them on America 250, kind of this freedom ride concept. So, it's not official, but hopefully we can kind of work through that. But they're looking at, you know, essentially painting an engine to kind of reflect the America 250 celebration. So that could be really neat. Hopefully it materializes.
I think along with what you're saying, Mr. Cope, is bringing those thousands of people that come to that train into Lebanon. And that's been a thought, because I live on the track, so I feel like I'm a part of it. I get to watch that thing come and go every night. It's very, very neat for me. But I also see how a lot of times they come, they park, they get on the train, then they get in their cars and they leave. And I've always used that hill, that barrier hill, that getting them. I've pre-associated with ideas of if the city had a little, I think it was in, I forgot what town I was in, but they had a little train car that was actually gas operated, and they carried people around town and gave tours and bring people from the train up into town, drop them off, and they just made a route. Just a way to bring those people that come to the ice cream parlor, to Witt's, to the other stores. I know that the museum had their event Saturday, and it's the first time, and it wasn't wildly attended, but they felt it was successful. But I doubt if any train people were part of that. People that came up, they get off, they head up Mechanic, or they walk into town that way to see the parade stuff. So I would like to see the train, since we're heavily invested in it, not just be profitable for themselves, but also more profitable for the city, and somehow use that as a conduit to bring people to Lebanon, which they are, 40-some thousand of them, but also get them up into town. That is a lot of people, a lot of dollars that could be spent here in Lebanon. And they've always been such willing partners. I think it's just having that right idea, that it's a lot of times it's little kids, and, you know, they're done at the end of their training. They don't want to do more, and I know that the old Brants has opened up an ice cream place, kind of giving them a place to go. So there has been some movement in that direction, but that's been my goal, is to just think through a way to migrate those folks that come in and spread that wealth around a little bit to everybody. And to see, and that would be a good retail time when we meet with the retail shops, to see what they feel, what they could do. You know, I've discussed a discount coupon, buy a ticket, get $5 off at any store in Lebanon, or buy one ticket, for half off you get a ticket to the museum, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You're here, you've made the trip, the train ride's not that long, and a lot of people, they say they just don't come into town. They're in town, they don't
So they
go
do
up
like
into
a
town.
flyer or anything like that that has like, you know, like Scott's saying, but maybe like a whole sheet flyer that's, you know, coupons for a couple different stores in town, like anywhere, you know, even if it's, you know, 5 to 10 of them, then it gets them up that way.
I think
Maybe
if you
before
start the
cheaper.
ball rolling, that people, you know, like when we go to Metamora, which is a cool, I mean, it's out in the middle of nowhere, and we go to the canal, we do all that, we go to the grist mill, but we always go into the little Metamora town. That's just part of our trip. We don't just go there to ride the little canal boat. We go there to go to Metamora and eat at a popcorn place and do our thing. So, and that's it's a much smaller version of Lebanon, but it's very comparable. And, you know, that canal brings people in to the town. They share, you know, their visibility. So, it's just, Lebanon is, seeing it this weekend, and so I had a lot of opportunity to walk around because I was going back and forth between the parades. It's like I lived in a Hallmark moment. It's the lights and the people and the weather, and I just kept thinking, what a great community we live in. No wonder everybody wants to move here. But I would like to make sure we stay vibrant, and I think we need to use the train as a resource to do that. I'd love to brainstorm about that.
And a motion to adopt?
Second.
Mr. Burke, please call the roll.
Mr. Lammerow,
Yes.
Mr. Sellers,
Yes.
Mayor Messer,
Yes.
Mrs. Eggers,
Yes.
Mr. Cope,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Norris.
Yes.
Resolution 2025-122.
Resolution 2025-122, authorizing the city to enter into an LPA agreement with the Ohio Department of Transportation for the resurfacing of Deerfield Road.
This resolution authorizes an LPA agreement with ODOT for the repaving of Deerfield Road between East Street and Wright Avenue. The city has received an OKI grant to help support this project, and the LPA agreement will allow us to manage that project internally.
Have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments? Please call the roll.
Mr. Sellers,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Norris.
Yes.
Mr. Cope,
Yes.
Mayor Messer,
Yes.
Mr. Lammerow,
Yes.
Mrs. Eggers.
Yes.
Resolution 2025-123.
Resolution number 2025-123, adopting the City of Lebanon cybersecurity program pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Section 9.64.
This resolution adopts a cybersecurity program for the city of Lebanon as required by House Bill 96 and ORC Section 9.64.
Do you have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments here? Please call the roll.
Mrs. Eggers,
Yes.
Mr. Lammerow,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Norris.
Yes.
Mayor Messer.
Yes.
Mr. Cope,
Yes.
Mr. Sellers.
Yes.
Ordinance number 2025-124.
Ordinance number 2025-124, a supplemental appropriation increasing estimated resources and appropriation transfers and declaring an emergency.
This ordinance adjusts the final 2025 year-end appropriations to remain in compliance with the state of Ohio's fund accounting requirements.
Motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Dan, did you have anything you wanted to add to this?
Yes, so I put the final version on your desk this evening, and again, it was kind of a work in progress at the work session because we were closing out the month and making sure all payroll was aligned. So essentially, the big items here are transferring the 1.1 million there to the development fund. Again, that's the sale of the property on State Route 63 to Lebanon Christian Schools. We deposited that into the general fund, and we're moving it to the development fund so we can use it for future property purchases. And then the fourth item down, well, the second item's a big number, 2.6 million, but that's all tied into a construction project that the state of Ohio is managing on our behalf, ODOT, and it's just an accounting transaction there. And the one area that I added this week was this purchase of land in the development fund. That's for the Lemon Antique Place that we had not foreseen purchasing earlier in the year when the budget was done. So those were the main items that I wanted to bring to your attention.
And that purchase is coming out of the development.
That's correct, yes.
After, Mr. Burke, certainly not to put you on the spot, but after these two transactions, about how much do we have in that development fund?
So we're at the 1.1 million. We're offsetting that with the 430 or so thousand, I believe. And not sure what the cash balance in that account is, but I can let you know.
I was just curious.
It's about, I think it's about 600,000.
Okay.
So after, I think when it nets out, it'll be about 1.2.
1.2, 1.3.
Very good, thank you. Please call the roll.
Mr. Sellers,
Yes.
Mr. Cope,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Norris,
Yes.
Mrs. Eggers,
Yes.
Mr. Lammerow,
Yes.
Mayor Messer.
Yes. Resolution 2025-125.
Resolution number 2025-125, petitioning the Warren County Board of Commissioners for a change of township boundaries.
This resolution petitions for a change of township boundaries to reflect the recently annexed Schwartz/Ray Rock property.
Have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments? Please call the roll.
Mr. Lamoureux,
Excuse me, yes.
Mr. Sellers,
Yes.
Mayor Messer,
Yes.
Mrs. Eggers,
Yes.
Mr. Cope,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Norris.
Yes.
Ordinance number 2025-126.
Ordinance number 2025-126, approving the final plat for Toll House Section 2 as recommended by the Planning Commission and declaring an emergency.
This ordinance approves Toll House Section 2, which is consistent with the approved preliminary plan and creates 67 single-family lots located off of Franklin Road.
Have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments here?
Is that the last of that development?
Yes.
And it just keeps, to keep going. It's, I mean, when you look at the space.
Until they buy that
of-
other parcel.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like, where are they putting, then you look and it's a big chunk of land.
How many acres are next to it?
Oh geez, I think that's around 20 to 25-ish, maybe
Okay.
something like that.
I thought it was a smaller chunk. So.
Is that in the city, that parcel next door?
Please call the roll.
Mr. Sellers,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Norris,
Yes.
Mr. Cope,
Yes.
Mayor Messer,
Yes.
Mr. Lamoureux,
Yes.
Mrs. Eggers.
Yes.
Under discussion items, we have a liquor license renewal for Bailey Lane. I get a motion to move forward with that without a hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Any comments or questions? Please call the roll.
We usually just do a show of hands
Oh, we
on
can do
that.
show
That's
hands, that's
good.
fine.
2, 3, 4, thank you.
City Manager's report.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. Just want to remind folks, the city will be doing horse-drawn carriage rides again this Saturday between the hours of 1 and 6 p.m. Starts right here in front of the city building. And Santa will be in the Beetle Cabin Saturday afternoon as well from 2 to 4. For those of you that don't know, Beetle Cabin is located right next to the Warren County Harmon Museum. And the numbers, guys, so, you know, it's been a busy year. We ended the year with 126 ordinances, so last year was 100, so definitely want to thank staff for all of their hard work this year. A lot going on and a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
That's all I have, Mayor.
Absolutely. We don't have an executive session,
That's correct.
thank God. Mr. Sellers, what do you got for us?
Great. It's awesome. Scott, you got the numbers yet?
We did get the numbers this afternoon, so about the placer numbers had us at about 27,000, which is on par with last year.
Okay.
So
Is that what you counted?
Typically with
27,000.
27,000 participants, yeah, or viewers. Typically with events that are kind of heavy with kids, it underestimates things a bit just because it relies on cell phone data. So I think it's safe to say there's probably 30,000 people.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, it's just, I think, Scott, you mentioned it perfectly as far as the Hallmark vibe around Christmas time, and, you know, it's just all the lights and everybody's happy, it's packed, you know, you've got the, it was actually a little bit nice too, because the weather wasn't too cold, but you even still had a little bit of the snow still sticking, so, I mean, it was a lot of fun. No, that's pretty much it. Just want to wish council and the citizens of Lebanon a very Merry Christmas, and hopefully everybody remembers the reason for the season and whose birthday we're celebrating. So that's all I've got.
Mr. Emery?
It was a wonderful time. I mean, it's probably one of the nicest parades / weather / amount of sun that I can remember in quite a while. It was a lot of fun. So I had an opportunity to embarrass a handful of teenagers that were with us. We were able to step in and get pictures with Santa, so that was always awesome. And I can harass them. Anytime you get a chance to harass these kids, you got to do it.
tell them all the time, I had a full head of hair until you guys came along. So, anyway, I digress. No, it's a lot of fun. It was great to see all the people. Yeah, just, you gotta pinch yourself. So, appreciate staff. It's just been a great year. I feel like we've had some really good accomplishments for the community and the taxpayers, and just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Mr. Knowles?
Two, want to thank the city staff and the chamber and all the people that were involved with bringing those buggies and rigs in. The size of those horses were mind-boggling, just seeing how they manage them and the beasts that they are. It was just such a neat night. It makes Lebanon just shine. I'm very, very proud of that. Also, just want to take a second, and I'm not going to say a lot about the Ray Rock situation. I know that I'm looking at a basically empty, except for a couple of very important people, auditorium here. So clearly Lebanon is either settled with it or didn't want to come and talk about it any longer, or are watching from home, which I hope. But I want to make it clear, this was the first or second hardest decision in my 4+ years on city council. And it's very difficult not having an avenue to explain why we came to that decision. There were 7 different mindsets. Some were similar, some were different. We do have as a council, we think differently on development and how to maintain and control it. But we all think in unified of what we feel is best for the city with the cards that were dealt with. And I do feel in this situation, I'll say me, I won't say council, was dealt a hand that I didn't have anything, I couldn't put a stop to the way I wanted. There was a sewer line that was run through long before my time here, another council approved it, or planning commission or whatever. There's a lot of people talking, basically uninformed, saying things that are not right. They don't have full information. Even during the election time, there was information being said about the schools and about we're pro-development, or we've got our money coming our way, or the city's doing this for profit. None of those things are correct. Sometimes things are going to happen just because it's the way the law is or the way codes are. We have to find a way to work within that. I have thought about this for months. It's been on my mind. Do I want 518 houses out on Drake Road? No, I don't. Do I want us to be in control of the 518 houses that are going to come whether we say yes or no? Yes. And that's how I came to my yes decision tonight, because we probably could have lobbied and come up with a no vote, and I want people to know that. We were teetering, and no would mean there was a good chance that the developer would have pulled and gone with the township, which meant we would have no control. And I'm not going to go into the downside to that, but if anybody would like to talk about that with any of us up here, we would be happy to share what would happen if they don't come into the city. So there was positives to saying yes, which doesn't change the fact there's still going to be houses which were going to come whether we said yes or no. And that was what wasn't laid out clearly by other people, that us saying no, we don't want development wasn't going to stop it. Us saying yes meant we have a lot of control over it. So I say we welcome our new neighbors. There's a reason why people want to live here, and we need to embrace that. We need to teach and encourage people why Lebanon's a great town. It's been a great town since its onset. And we will continue as a council and a city to work with people and developers that want to come and do it in the best way that we absolutely can under the law and the Constitution and freedom of property rights, and manage that. But this, I don't want anyone to think that we made this decision tonight. This decision has been thought about after hours of deliberations and discussion. And so nothing was made quickly. And my stomach's in a knot right now because I felt like I voted for something I didn't want. But I also had to use my brain and realize I had to go the route that was the best. And that's how I feel. I feel like I led the city tonight in the best way that I knew how.
Thanks, sir. Mr. Cook?
Well, starters, yes, the parade, and everybody chickened out and went to the day parade apparently, so I went on the night parade, I represented as well. Mr. Lamoureux, I did see you in wave, so I was standing there. Yeah, it was fun. I like the night parade because it's so magical with all the lights. I mean, it's really cool. And I wish I could post all the videos I took of some of the horses and stuff queuing up. We get a little bit better, we get a little bit extra special look at the horses as we queue up to get in and ride on them. So I try to express that in some of the pictures and stuff. It's pretty neat. The antique fire engine and ladder engine, that's just so cool. I did miss the Clydesdale because we were back queuing up and they went first, so that was a bummer. Yeah, just we have something, and I just don't know. I did a little bit of research trying to find other horse carriage parades, and there are around Ohio, around the country. I just don't know that anybody does it better than what we're doing. I think the city needs to know that we stepped up to help make sure that we're getting the type of hitch teams that will really attract people even more in the future. So it's one of those special things that we're not gonna let go away here in the city. So it's fun to be involved with it. Also, want to just wish everybody Merry Christmas and blessings that our good Lord would bring on this town. And thank you, Scott or Ms. Bronca and Mr. Urick, Ms. Burke, Laser. Thank you so much for the effort that you guys put in. It makes it easy for us to make it very helpful for us to make the difficult decisions. You know, you guys can bring things to us, and then we get to argue for 4 hours in work sessions over Ray Rock. So, but that's very helpful. I appreciate you guys. Got to be some of the best staff for a city of our size or even larger, and I appreciate it. So I prepared a statement here to talk about Ray Rock, and yeah, I think one of the things that were brought up is, you know, whether we hear the public and some of the critique that we don't hear people, and which is not accurate. We listen and debate and take those viewpoints. And I think rather than blather on about it all, I will just post something of why I voted for it, the pros of it being brought into the city. Councilman Norris already spoke to that, versus staying out of the city in the township and having, I guess one of the key things, I will bring this up, one of the key things was the density. So this will be a similar density or a less density than Countryside. And we don't hear people complain about how bad Countryside is. It's part of the community now. I wasn't around to hear those debates. I'm sure there were debates about it when it was going in, but it's not one of those things where everyone says, look at that subdivision. You know, it's, wow, there's a house open there, I want to try to get it, and they want to live there. So this is less density. Now there are areas that have the same density with the 52, 53 foot lots. So, and I took a real deep dive on that. It would have been a struggle for me if we had really smaller lots, smaller frontages than some of the comparable higher end communities around here, and it doesn't. So that really weighed on me and swayed with, let's see if I could read it real quick. So, you know, Ray Rock, and I'm just pulling these from their information. They lowered their density from the original estimate of 539 homes, which is 1.72 homes per acre, to 1.65 homes per acre, which is the 518 that was cited earlier. So that compares to the Countryside, which is 2.46. And ran out of time to find Shake a Run, what their density is, because that was a development out in the township. I understand it's a higher density.
It's over 2 units per acre.
Yeah, so that's what could have gone in out there. I try to, the mantra of, growth per se is not bad, and I think the public needs to understand that. Uncontrolled growth is bad. Controlled growth is good, and I believe this fits in that mold, which is why I voted for it. So, but I'll try to take the time here to post something for people to read with some more boring details. That's all.
Okay, so the parade, first of all, huge thank you to Janice from the chamber and all the chamber team, all the volunteers, of course, city staff. I mean, you don't go an inch during the festival and the parade without seeing a vehicle or a staff member out there picking up trash, setting something up, doing something, protecting people, whatever it may be. There's, this isn't just that day either. I mean, it's, people working for months and months, even probably a year ahead of time to say, okay, how's this going to go next time? So unless you've been involved in event planning, you may not think about all those things. And then, of course, the magic is that as soon as it's over, it disappears. And everything goes back to normal like it never existed. But I especially enjoyed this year being able to join with some other chamber members and Mr. Brunca, and I was able to bring my daughter and to meet the Teamsters ahead of time and meet the horses and see the carriage and things like that. It was really nice, a really nice opportunity to greet them and thank them for their work in coming here and for coming a long distance and just learning a little bit more about how they prepare each year and how they get here and about their carriage and the horses and everything that goes into it, just kind of the background. So that was a really neat experience. And of course the parade itself was wonderful. We kind of do a two-for thing where we ride and then run back around to watch the end to try to see some of it, because it is really enjoyable to ride in the parade, but what you mostly see when you ride are all happy faces. And when you watch, you see the horses. So I enjoy getting to see, a little bit of both of that. And there's just nothing like the sound of the horses and the carriages and the bells and all the people yelling and smiling. So it's wonderful. My kids love it. Their little hands get tired and cold from waving, and they just think it's the best thing ever. And I also enjoy riding with my friends and watching them and their families and grandbabies and all of that enjoy it as well. So it's lots of fun. Afterwards, we also walked around some of the stores downtown, and I mean, it was unreal. I mean, you have like traffic lanes going in and out of the doors. You have to wait till the flow comes out the door, till the next flow of people can go in the door. And I just think that's amazing for our shops, and I was so glad to see them getting that kind of wonderful business coming in and out of there. So let's see here. Yep, that's all I got on the parade, and Merry Christmas to everybody, and wish all of our staff a Merry Christmas, and look forward to working with all of you in the new year.
Well, it was a great year, I think, for City Council. I think it was a great year for the city. I mean, it ended with the re-election of our board, and I'm thankful for that. And I look forward to working with you guys over the next couple of years. And we're keying up for the largest budget in our history. Lebanon is growing. Warren County is growing. I look at our downtown, where we all talk about how magical it is, how incredible it is to be a part of it, and I look at the desire to build and be a part of that, and I'm just incredibly thankful that we get to make these difficult decisions, specifically tonight with this Ray Rock decision. When I look at that, I don't necessarily. I love the land out there. It's the most beautiful land, I think, in our area. But what I look at is the ability for our downtown to prosper, our shop owners to be able to have customers. I don't run out in the middle of the afternoon for lunch and go to Kenwood. I run out in the middle of the afternoon and I run to go get lunch in our downtown.
McDonald's.
No. Not go to McDonald's.
Just checking.
I don't think the mayor eats like junk.
Yeah, so there is a give and a take And to be in a position where we are in the growth phase is a blessing. And that we can be a part of controlling and developing that is by far where we need to be. And I think City Council did a wise decision in making this go forward tonight. The parade, I'll just kick it, well, no dead horses, I'll kick an alive horse, was fantastic. As Ms. Agger said, and Mr. Cope mentioned, we do get to see a little bit more of the back end. Of what it takes to pull this parade off. And I mean, you've got the lunch ladies from Berry Middle School that are feeding people all day long. You just have snacks constantly being put out. You have teenagers that are being asked to run out and get hot chocolate and water bottles, and not to mention all the horsemen. After the first parade, they've got to tear down all their gear. They're wiping off all their horses. They're brushing them all out. It is a large undertaking. I can't imagine the amount of decompression that Janice probably has to go through over the next week, but she deserves it. She did a very good job, even with some of the hiccups with no-shows and things like that. She did a very good job. And so I just want to thank staff. I want to thank our police department, ROTC, who plays a big role in maintaining our intersections. It's just a great event to be a part of and a blessing to be a part of. So, and I wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. I hope the reason that we are celebrating this season, the peace and the joy that we're celebrating, finds each and every one of you in your homes, and I pray that it is bestowed on the city as well. So, with that, I entertain a motion to close the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke, please call the roll.
Mayor Messer,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Norris,
Yes.
Mr. Sellers,
Yes.
Mr. Lamoureux,
Yes.
Mrs. Eggers,
Yes.
Mr. Cope.
Don't know how to get it in about being straight from the horse's mouth. Yes, I'll please.
3 horse pod.
Please.